Stop chasing. All right. Welcome to another lock in session. Okay. We're going to go over some profitable setups that might be ready. They might be ripe enough to enter before the market closes today. Okay. We're on a hot streak. Every time we call a play, it pretty much works out exactly how we said it, right? These lives every day, 11:30, Monday through Friday, 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern. Come with your notebooks ready, right? Come ready to write down and take notes, all right? As y'all coming in here, y'all already know what to do. You know the drill. Doop! Hit that like button. Doop! 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 Hit the like button. Show some love. We're gonna get in here and we're gonna just get to the money like we do every day. All right. If you guys are not familiar with this live, it's your first time. Welcome. You're in for a treat. Also, if you're looking for a trading home, the Prosperity Collective is the only way. We the best kept secret. I'm gonna be honest. We're the best kept secret in the industry. And those people who have been able to discover us, I'm pretty sure they can vouch. All right, as y'all come on in, y'all tell me where you chiming in from. Let me know what you got going on today. Let me know how your day was in the market. Say what's up. Just say something. Let's get these comments flowing in. All right. I'm gonna take care of some housekeeping stuff, right? Again, if you guys are interested in finally being a part of a community where you can learn and grow personally and on the charts, the Prosperity Collective is the way, right? We have an amazing deal going on right now where you can get 2 months for free by choosing the annual option. All right. The link is in the description of all of my videos. Check out a video, learn something, and then when you're ready, go ahead and make that decision. And I promise you won't be sorry. All right. Just check the history, check the chat, check the testimonials, check the track record, right? Go through the previous lives, go see for yourself. All right. And then if you want to compare it to some of those other guys out there, you can do the same thing. All right. But again, it's good to have y'all, man. Again, as you come in, hit that like button. Doop, 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 doop. Hey, y'all. Hey, look, I'm feeling good today, man. Fresh off the red carpet. Look, I told him, I said, I'm fresh off the red carpet. I'm like, look, man, you're gonna have to text my assistant from now on, okay? I don't have an assistant right now, but you're gonna have to. You're gonna have. I'm gonna have to get one now because like now I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Something you see yourself on a big screen. There's something about it now. Now I need an assistant. Like matter of fact, I might not even be able to do these lives anymore. I might have to have my assistant do the live. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta put a few people. They say you gotta put people in front of you to keep a distance from the people. You know what I'm saying? When you on the screen and stuff. Yeah, I'm sick, yo. How y'all feeling out there, yo? How y'all feeling? What up with y'all? QTZ. Doop. Pamela, how you feeling? Jamal, what up, man? It's good to see y'all, man. Liz, how you doing? You got cooked today? No. All right, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. Okay, we'll look at IWM. LaRue, how you feeling over there? Tanvir, what's up? You said dialed in for 24 minutes before returning back to work. Hey, all right, we're gonna try to knock some stuff out in that 29 minutes. We got you. Pixel B, how you feeling? Jamie, what up? Doop, 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 doop. QTZ, Miss Virgo, how you feeling? Ant, what's going on, man? What up? What up, Samuel? How you feeling? It's good to see y'all, man. It's a beautiful day. Even though it's raining here in LA, I'm still gonna get out because I got a few people I need to catch up with. But yeah, it's always good to see y'all. It's always good to see y'all. All right, so talk to me. How was the day today? How was y'all trading day today? Liz, talk to me. You said you got cooked. What happened? I wasn't on a call today because we were. I'm gonna be real. We were just out all night last night. You know, after party type stuff. Um, Mr. Miami, what up though? Spence, what it do, bro? I said day in the market hadn't been that good, but hey, you win some, you lose some. And yeah, I wasn't on the call today. I didn't even trade today, y'all. I didn't take a single trade. Like I'm not gonna lie, I got up late today. Today was my day off for the week. You know, we both take a day off each week. Um, I ain't even look at the market. but it's a lot of chop. You said, "Are you driving? You can't talk." Okay. Well, yeah. Be safe. Don't try to talk and drive. Be safe out there. You can just listen to the voice in the background, the sultry voice. Like Quiet Storm. I don't know. I think I got a little voice activator that can make my voice sound like Quiet Storm. Hold on. Y'all tell me when I got the Quiet Storm voice. Hold on. Hold on. What's going on? Hold on. Am I? Oh, my mic ain't even on, y'all. My mic ain't even on. Hold up. I was wondering why. Hold up. There you go. Oh, hold up, real quick. How about now? Is that better? Is that better? Y'all let me know if that's better. Tito, what up, Tito? You said I could keep. There we go. Like, I used to spend a lot of time out at Keek. I went to Eugene Burroughs. Well, I think it's called Akakeek Academy now, but it used to be called Eugene Burroughs back in the day at middle school. So I'm familiar with Akakeek. I got a lot of homies that live out there. All right. Yeah, definitely. Tito, shoot me a message and we'll talk for sure. You could DM me, whatever, whichever works best for you. All right. All right, y'all. We're gonna get into some profitable setups again. If y'all are here, man, we got some cool stuff. If there's anything that you guys have questions about, if today was again, I wasn't in the group today, but if you guys had any difficulty in a choppy market and you got questions about that, use me. Okay, this is what these lives are for. If there's any question that you have, anything that you are a little confused about, if you took an entry based off of something that you saw, if you want me to go analyze something that you took that may not have worked out or something like that, listen, I'm here. All right, so let me know. All right, you said QQQ. What else? Meta. Are you spanked Meta and QQQ? Major. You know what? Meta to the upside. I was looking at Meta. Meta had a beautiful setup to the upside. Did it go upside? Let me see. Yep. Yeah, you probably yeah. Yeah, Meta can still go with Meta can go to about 656 for real if it starts pumping. We just on a choppy day. Like it's a lot of stuff that um definitely could have gone, but it's like Google, like it's a lot of stuff that's hesitating, which leads me to believe like there's something, there's definitely a big move that's coming tomorrow, right? When you get like kind of a flat day, that's usually followed by a major move, unless they want to do another flat day. So, uh, let's see. Let me bring y'all on here so we can look at some spots. Again, as y'all are coming in, man, do me a favor, just hit that like button for me. All right. We about to pull up these charts. We about to pull up these charts. All right. Who's trying to make five figures this week, or no? Who trying to make five figures this month? Who want to see a banger real quick? Who want to see a banger real quick? Hit that like button if you want to see a banger. You said both was quick, but you saw okay. IWM played. Doop! Ash Cash, what up? Ash Cash. All right. What do I want to look at first? Yeah, Apple did what it was supposed to do it after yesterday's hammer. See, yo, like we didn't take it because it never went back above, so we never got back in after we took profits on the first one. So that was a good move. This looks like it's honoring the little bear flag here, and it's probably going to come down and retest these lows. Let me see. I kind of like Amazon to the upside, yo. I kind of like a. a little Amazon action on a flat day and we get a pump tomorrow, right? We came off of this down move. I like Amazon a lot actually. Yep. With Amazon, if we close inside this candle like this today, I may take Amazon to the upside. If we close with this inside candle just like this, I may enter calls before the day's over. So again, what's happening is we're still holding the structure, right? This is important to understand. Sometimes all right, let me just say this, because this is something I know. I'm putting myself back into the mind of when I first started trading or when I was in earlier trading. A lot of times we'll see something and we will assume that because the day wasn't big or it had a slightly bearish day or it didn't work in the way that we wanted it to work, that it means that it's going in the opposite direction. This is why you have to draw trend lines. And trend lines are not hard, fixed things. You can adjust them based off of, like, obviously you can't make a trend line you can't make a uptrend. You can't make a trend an uptrend that's really a downtrend. But you can adjust an uptrend to connect two different points if it decides to move a little bit in that day, but it's still holding, right? So look, this still has a higher low, so you can just adjust the trend line and we could do something like this, right? We could do something like this. I'm telling y'all, just go look at how a trend line is honored. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you an example of it. Look, Google is still I got the trend line drawn here. Look, it's still respecting the trend line. So even though today is like up and down, it doesn't mean that tomorrow it's down. As a matter of fact, again, if this closes up a little bit, it'll make it an inside candle, and it's probably going to wind up blasting off. You only get concerned when that trend gets broken. As long as that trend is not being broken, you should not be concerned. And that means that the play is still valid. It just may take a little bit longer for whatever reason, but we got these fair value gaps up here, so we just be patient. But let me go back to Amazon. So Amazon, same situation, right? We got the trend line drawn. Let me make this larger. It's no reason that we should be like, oh, this is coming down. It's just like, okay, today was a hesitation day, but this is an inside candle, and it's still off of a up move. It didn't create a lower low, so it hasn't changed directions yet. This is where a lot of people get tricked out of their bag and get confused. They're like, oh, damn, what's coming down? Because they think that when something reverses, it's supposed to go up forever, just in a straight line. If that were the case, go look at your charts. If that were the case, every single time you saw something reverse, you would just see green, green, green. And then when it came down, you would just see red, 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 green, 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 red, red, red. That's not how it works. Sometimes it may take a couple of weeks for something to make. That's why I always be like, like 1 to 2 week contracts, 1 to 3 week contracts. And if you're getting a contract in the second half of the week, make it to next week, because it may take a little bit, especially if you're on a 4-day week. We said this in the beginning of the week. If you're on a 4-day week, you definitely want to be on some next week stuff when you swing. You definitely want to be on some next week stuff when you taking entries. So nothing about today would be swing. I would never be like swing to the end of the week on a Thursday. No, not at all. But there's some stuff that is brewing. This is still in a steep uptrend. It's still holding it. It could have came down and filled this gap. It's bouncing at this fair value gap right here, the up gap, right? It's bouncing there. It's not ready to come down. So this means that the trend to the upside is still intact. So bullish harami. This could be something that is ready to explode. If it closes below this trend line, then okay, yeah, maybe we might have another issue. But I'm strongly considering Amazon. There's also a lot of buying volume coming into it as well. So I like this. I like Amazon. I will come back to it and update it. But for the most part, across the market, it is a bunch of just inside candles, y'all. Let's look at something else. Let's look at Nvidia. Nvidia's down 0.7%. Okay, Nvidia has reversed. It's made a lower low coming off this failed 2D. But again, this is about this could possibly close as a flat day, right? A doji. It could possibly close as a doji if it pushes up just a little bit. All right, so that's indecision, but the likely scenario is that it continues to come down because it made its way all the way down here. All right. There's nothing that's on a day like this. There's nothing that's like super clear cut. So it's not like I'm like on a day like this. I'm not like, oh, for sure, swing to tomorrow. It's like no. Just understand that we are likely to to go up in these things that are holding their trends. But again, when it's a flat day, it means that a big move is coming. But it's also an indecision candle, meaning that it can go in either direction. But again, when something is holding a trend, the likelihood is that it's going to go in the direction of that trend. So remember that. Let's look at hood. Yeah. And look, y'all, I'm never going to throw y'all can mark my words. I'm never going to throw y'all to the wolves, right? If something is just average, I'm not giving it to you. All right? Go look at all the if something don't have a clean setup, I'm not giving it to you. Now this is an example of what I mean, right? So we got this downtrend, and then we came up, and then we formed a double bottom, right? But notice it's consolidating. Notice that it doesn't always go 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes it does like this, but as long as it's holding the double bottom, it could be a few days later once it breaks out of this consolidation range that it takes off, and it still forms like an awkward looking W. So it's still a double bottom, right? The double bottom doesn't get breached until the low of it gets breached, right? Until this gets taken out. Like if this gets taken out, it's no longer a double bottom, even if it does come up the next day or 2 days later. It's like it just happened to come up. It's not that it came up because of the double bottom. But as long as it's above this, it's in play for the double bottom. Now, if we get like 2 weeks out, then that's something totally different. All right. Palantir. Let's look at Palantir. Same thing, y'all. Everything is flat today, right? Yeah, we got a failed 2 down, but I'm not really trusting it just yet. Again, this could still be in play for like a fake retest of this bear flag, right? It's still holding that. It's not in this this steep of a downtrend, but it's still holding that high point of the bear flag. It's still below that. So 108, this 110 to 108, really 110 to 102 area or target is still very much intact. All right. Again, y'all, as y'all come in, man, y'all go ahead and hit that like button for me one time, all right? Doop. So yeah, so I see a lot of y'all trying to make 5 figures. We're gonna find a play. Like I said, I still got a list of y'all that ain't get a honey bun yet, so it's gonna happen. You seeing Amazon on Bullseye? Oh, they call Amazon on the Bullseye bot thing. Nice. Oracle. All right, I'll look at Oracle. Let's see. Oracle. Yeah, again, y'all, it's just a lot of chop right now. It is a fail to. It's a fail to up. So it could come down into this fair value gap, but again, I would like to see it, like break out of this range and go to the upside. Like some would actually call this a bull flag, right? We could do that. Yeah, this could be a bull flag. Yeah, that's a bull. This is bull flag material. Yeah, that's bull flag material. The downside is here. See, it's about 50%. Let's expand this a little bit so it don't look so crazy. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's a bull. You can call that a bull flag.
So let's just wait for it to break out of here. It breaks out of here. It comes to fill this fair value gap, right? Breaks out of that. Let's take it until it comes to test this one. There'll be some opportunity, not just yet, but we gotta let this one play out. Nothing's clear. Again, we don't just say, okay, it's a failed 2D, we take it. You could have did that with this. If you did that with this, you would have made money because Oracle did come this high, so you would have just had to time like your exit. It wasn't like a set it and forget it, but if you swung this 2 down, then you made money up here. But again, just a 2 down alone or a 2 up alone is not enough. This was actually a pretty decent play because it was off the fair value gap. So like I said, people early in the morning probably made a good amount of money off of Oracle if they sold it and didn't hold on too long. Now it has a failed 2D. It's about an hour left in the market, so yeah, it could definitely come down. But that coming down could still be consolidating within this bull flag. So what I'd like to, but if it comes and fills this gap, then the bull flag might be invalidated because that's a little. What I would say about down here, yeah, no, that's still solid. So yeah, I would draw your parallel lines to get your bull flag on this one, and we'll just wait for a break above it or below it to take an entry. Anything within the middle, it's kind of up in the air. That's how I like to play stuff. Okay. It looks like we got a 3-2. We got a 3-2 on the daily. Meta could definitely continue to pump, right? We got a 3. So we got a bullish engulfing here. If Meta can take out previous, like the daily highs, I definitely would be interested in it for the gap fill. It's coming off a bullish engulfing, clean setup off the Bollinger Band, clean setup. So I like this a lot if it can break into this fair value gap. But I would be patient because again, you just do not know what the day is going to bring. We got about an hour, so I would watch this closely into the end. And yeah, this looks like it could be something that breaks out like towards the end of the day, and definitely earlier part of tomorrow. So I like that. What else y'all got for me? Y'all send y'all requests. You said you want to see Tesla too. I'll look at Tesla. You said it's the Echo one it's an Echo? Y'all gotta let me know when it's an Echo, y'all. Is it still an Echo? Talk to me. Is it still an Echo? I don't know what's going on with this thing, man. Y'all let me know if y'all hear me clearly. We don't need the echo business. Y'all talk to me. Y'all hear me? All right. I'm gonna take that as y'all hearing me. I don't see it. I don't see y'all saying that. I'm gonna take that as y'all hearing me. Let's go to Tesla. Let's go to Tesla. Again, y'all, like a lot of these setups are gonna look the exact same. We're seeing like everything is flat. Sometimes you get these days, okay? So as exciting and thrilling as it is for me and Isaiah to be like, oh, another banger. Yeah, we do that damn near every day. But there's gonna be some days where the market just ain't giving that. It'd be boring. And sometimes you just gotta be like, look, it ain't nothing set up. Like there's nothing set up here. Yes, you will get some failed 2Ds and all that stuff, but just look at how, consolidated everything is. Look at how bunched up everything is. Nothing about this is pretty. We like to take pretty stuff, clean stuff, right? We don't want to try to front run something and guess what something's going to be. That's how you lose money. You'll notice that the most money is lost on days like this because what? People always want to try to inflict their will on the market instead of just surrendering and being like, yo, maybe like just think about, okay, like you have a great day every day, and then one day like your stomach hurt or your head hurt, your body's clearly telling you to slow down, but you like, nope, I'm gonna go, and then you wind up going to do whatever you do and they make it worse. or your performance sucks because you're not operating at 100%. It's the same thing with this. It's like, yo, I haven't taken a single trade today. I'm okay. I made bread yesterday. I made bread more than my daily goal. Okay, I can't trade today. So what? You gotta have that kind of an attitude. No money loss is so much better than money loss, especially when you know better. Y'all know we preach this all the time. Don't get so obsessed with hitting your daily goal, because you'll have days where you double or triple your daily goal. Don't get so obsessed with hitting your daily goal, because it will all average out at the end of the week or the end of the month. Again, how many of y'all have still been journaling? How many of y'all have still been doing the weekly reviews? Be honest. I'm literally asking y'all. This ain't a rhetorical question. Who's still been journaling and who's still been doing their weekly reviews? JP Financial, what up, man? So the echo is still there. I'm sorry, y'all, man. Hold up, man. This is really insane. I don't know what this is about. I'm gonna be real with you. What about now? Is that better? Exactly, Jay. Is that better, y'all? How about that? Am I still? You said that's better? All right. Hopefully. All right, y'all. Oh, that's better. Cool. All right, because I don't know what the going on with this. All right. But like I was saying, see this when I get to talking truth, they try to throw me off. You know what I mean? Come on, YouTube. Y'all know better than that. Let me get the people what they need. So when there's a day in the market, right? Like your tummy ache day, your headache day, you don't have to always push through. You could take a little moment to just chill and journal, right? Matter of fact, this would be a really good time to be like, yo, the market kind of choppy today, and I don't think I want to trade today. Just like sit with yourself and assess. Then tomorrow's Friday. Do your weekly review. If you journal and do a weekly review, I know it sounds boring, and sometimes stuff be so simple that people think that they don't have to do it. That's a fucking bar, yo. Sometimes things be so simple and easy that people think that they don't have to do it. They can skip it. All right. Little small actions. You're like, oh, that's just a little, man. I don't got I don't got to gargle today. I could miss a day or two of, like, no, you can't. I mean, you can, but you're going to suffer from that at some point. So it's like, do the boring stuff. I'm going to keep drilling it in your head. Matter of fact, I want y'all to get irritated. I want you to kind of get a little bit annoyed by me saying it so much so that it's stuck in there when you start seeing the result of you not doing it. Take a notebook out, take a pen out, and just write down what you did. Write down how you were feeling, write down how you performed, write down why you executed on certain things. That's the only way you can go back and literally see every day and be like, damn, I only tend to lose on choppy days. I only tend to lose when I don't follow my rules. I only tend to lose when I don't stick to the script. I only tend to lose when I don't take orders at order blocks and target fair value gaps. Y'all gonna start noticing on the live, it's like, damn, this nigga been saying the same thing on damn near every live. And then it's gonna hit you like a ton of bricks one day. You're gonna be like, holy shit. All I gotta do is just listen. And all I gotta do is just execute on what's being said. Right? I'm not telling y'all nothing that's not gonna help you. You home, Liz? There we go. Take a look. Yeah. You said I love what you said. I got burnt today and realized it wasn't a good day and left it alone. Yeah. There's always tomorrow. Exactly. Hey, you welcome, Jamal. Hey, listen. Y'all go and listen. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Listen to that meditate. Listen, I'm not a person to waste words and do things for no reason. Right? There is some subconscious reprogramming frequencies in that. You can't hear it. But if you listen to it daily, you will see that things are going to start changing in your body, in your mind. You are going to start literally discovering, like, oh, wow, I just, for some reason, innately know how to do this. I'm going to say it again. Like, a lot of the stuff you're going to hear me say again, but if I say something again, that's where you lean in, because I'm saying something that you really need to understand. When you listen to stuff in the morning and at night, it gets into your subconscious. So it's a part of you, right? The reason that you behave how you do on autopilot is because of the things that you consume at certain times. Most people roll over and look at their phone. What does that do? That puts you in a state of being anxious and more concerned with the external world. If you put two people together, one that goes and let me flip to y'all so y'all can see me big, man. So y'all can see me big, right? If you put two people together, one person that rolls over and looks at their phone, and then one person that rolls over and takes a deep breath, meditates, and affirms their self in their day, there's no way that the person that goes to look at their phone is going to have better days. So just think of yourself as those are the two yous. That's the old you and the new you. The new you is going straight into breathing. The new you is drinking some, something to hydrate you. The new you is moving your body. The new you is listening to a meditation, affirming things before you ever pick up the phone to scroll or to check email or to see what people want from you. All right. These small tweaks are going to change your life tremendously. All right. All right. Let's get back into it. We don't like to see y'all losing money, man. That's not what we here for. And it'd be a shame to waste all of this time and have to finally come back to, like, damn, I've been being told this the whole time. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, how much time got to go by before you're like, all right, okay, I get it. Sometimes things got to be repeated, but like after a while, it's like, yo, write it down, review it. Let's get back into it. What y'all want to see? QTs, you feel me? I'm telling you, they compound. I'm telling you. All right, what do y'all want to see? Y'all send it to me real quick. Like I said, even though most stuff is going to look alike, we can still go and review to see, like what may be on the horizon. But most of the market, if you look, like most of the market looks the same. Again, Netflix is in the same situation. It does look like Netflix wants to come down and retest this gap. It is having a very, very hard time with this trend line, y'all. We got the falling wedge drawn out for it. It is having a very, very hard time with this trend line. Every time it get to it, it's like, psych. It was people here that was like, oh, this ain't about to take off. It's like, nope, not yet. Probably gonna come back down here again, and it might even mess around and break this, and start going down to the next order block. What's the next order block? Damn, the next order block is down in the 60s. We don't want to see that. But yeah, we still just waiting for Netflix to break out of this thing. That's gonna be a trade of a century. All right. Let's see. What y'all got for me? Yeah, choppy days is a no-go. All right, OKLO and NVIDIA. Choppy days is a no-go. So it's like this, y'all. There's three markets, right? It's a uptrend, it's a downtrend, and it's sideways, which is chop. Go do this. This I'm gonna give y'all some little activities to do, just to reiterate things. Just go. You can go Google, Chat GPT, whatever. How many green days were there in 2025, 2026? How many red days were there? You know what I mean? You can turn. There's also an indicator. What is the average movement of a particular stock? When you see that it's below that average, that is pretty much an indication that it's choppy and that it's not, it's not going to be a great day. And you can see that early on and just be like, you know what? I'm cool. I'm cool. Yeah. They're like, I'm telling y'all, everything that we see today is like, what did I tell you? Everything looks the same. Nvidia, same thing. It's flat. There's no decision that can be made from these major companies today. There's no decision. We literally got to wait till tomorrow. All right, let's see what else. OKLO. Let's see. We might have some movement and some other because like also when you see chop in tech, it could be like sector rotation. So we can look in healthcare. We can see what's going on in healthcare. We can see what's going on in energy. Right, same thing. Look, flat. Ain't nothing going on. Let's go look at a healthcare company. Let's go look at MRK. Let's see if they got some action today. They got a little bit of action, but still, still relatively flat. But it's in a bearish order block. Yeah, there's nothing beautiful going on here, yo. One person may say it's a failed 2D and this is a confirmation day, but this is a failed 2D and a confirmation day at the very end of an up move, right? With the Bollinger Band and the Keltner channel, and then the bearish order block. So how much further can this go before it falls back down here? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, some days it just don't be nothing. You know what I mean? And you just got to be okay with that. All right. What else y'all got for me? Let me see what else. Let me see if there's anything that had a big move today. Okay, Open had a big move. Yeah, see, Open, the only thing that looks pretty good. Yesterday would have been the time to enter it because it got the reversal and the confirmation. But again, it's right here approaching this bearish order block. So I would never recommend taking this. Yeah, it could come up here, but we not taking it up here from here. If we would have been able to catch it in the earlier part of the day, that would have been cool. Yeah. This is what I like to call save your money time. Save your money time. I'm gonna tell y'all something else, right? So it appears, hold on, let's see. It appears that we could possibly be going into some version of a correction or like a major downtrend. I'll look at Carvana in a second, Liz. We could be going into downtrend because again, failed rallies. Every time these stocks look like they're trying to rally, they're not doing it like quickly. So if we see another round of like these tech companies falling out the bottom, we could be going into something a little darker. All right. So it's important to just be able to like know when it's not a good time to swing, save your money, and it will be a time where you can put, a larger amount of cash into something and it makes sense. All right, let's do Carvana real quick. Again, y'all, if you are confused by anything in the market, right? And you need to be around a group of people who are doing this on a consistent basis, not every now and then, not calling random plays and then screwing your account up, but people who are doing this every day profitably, documented. A family of people who are every day helping each other out, right? I could go on. Matter of fact, come on, man. I got to do this. I got to do this. Again, today's choppy, but what I'll do is I just do a weekend review. I do a weekend review. Right? Let's go to the profit section. Let's just scroll up this week. When did this week start? What was it? The 16th? Something like that. Yeah. We'll just start from here. This is what people are doing in the group. Right? Look at that. That's what we call almost a honey bun. I'm gonna give you a honey bun if you got 94.44%. I'm gonna give you a honey bun. That, you know what I mean? Because 94.44%, you know what that was? when he was about to screenshot it, it said 100%, but he was slow on the draw. He is, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't click it quick enough, and things like, damn, the joint went down. But I feel you, brother. King Corey, I know that was a honey bun. We'll give you that one, right? So 100% is a honey bun. Rich chick, 120%, right? 142%. Look at this is like consistently happening from indexes and stocks, right? I show you this because it's like, and I'm not pretending that there's never losses taken. I mean, I can't remember the last time we called one, but there are people in the group that have their own brains that take, their trades on their own, which we encourage. That's what we eventually want everybody to be able to just be in there hanging out and be able to take their own trades, but we all on the same wavelength in terms of knowing when to and when not to. So I want y'all to focus, y'all, and I'll talk about this on the session today later. Like I got 9 trading psychology principles that I'm going to be discussing on today's work session in the group. Okay, so again, if you're not in the group, we got study sessions every Thursday. This is how you get to the point where you're making these kind of things, right? I'm not going to stay on here too long, but you get the point. If you want to be a part of something like that, all right, don't procrastinate anymore. Right? The people that call themselves the best, we got people leaving there and coming to our group, right? They charging twice as much. We're giving you guys a year membership with 2 months free, right? How does that sound? If that sounds great to you and you've been looking, right? It's time to make the decision, right? We are going into March now, right? We are approaching the end of the first quarter. I want you guys by that time, really right now, and people that are in the group too, or currently, I want y'all to start like, oh shit. You ever have a realization like, yo, 3 more of these and we into the next year? Get back into the space of what you was saying before the year started. Assess yourself. This is why I say the weekly reviews, but if you haven't, now's a good time to go this weekend, right? I know we got one more day in the week, but go this weekend and really sit down and be like, yo, is what I'm doing aligning with what I said I want for the year? Have I continued some of the same habits? It's not too late, y'all. This is the beautiful part about life. Every day we wake up, we get to make a new decision. We get to do something different and really be like, okay, I'm going to do this way. All right. Let's jump into Carvana. Again, so if y'all, I got off topic, but if you're interested in that, any video that I have, the link is in the description to join the Prosperity Collective. All right. Do yourself a favor. You will not regret it. All right, so Carvana came down 8% today. Carvana been dropping like crazy. Look at this. Let's measure this out. Carvana has dropped over the past few weeks 36%. Huge opportunity? Maybe. Huge opportunity? Maybe. Right? They upgraded its AI customer care tools. I believe this drop just came from bad earnings, but Carvana is a resilient company. Carvana has a lot of good stuff coming on. It looks like they came down to this level right here and retested it. Did it make it to the fair value gap? Yep. It bounced off this fair value gap. So this could be a good thing. If we can see a confirmation on this, on this reversal here down at the Bollinger Band, then like say we get a close above 370 or 361. We get a close above there. We can clear this. We can take that on some version of a 3-2, right? A 3 up with a 2 up, and take that into this gap fill right here. All right. Again, there's no entry today because we don't know if this is a fake. We need the confirmation that it is changing directions, higher high, higher low. So this may be something that we could catch intraday tomorrow. If on the 2 hour it wants to take this out, we could play with it for like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Grab 20-30% about the deal. All right. So we'll be watching for this. Again, keep this level in mind. Write this level down. 366. Right. So if we can get like a 366.50, 367 closure on the 2 hour, this could be wanting to come and fill this fair value gap right here. All right. So Carvana looks like it could be an opportunity. Again, 36% decline is actually a pretty solid place to start looking at long-term plays anyway, but we do want to be sure that the market itself is not going into some sort of like bear market first. So again, we just got to keep watching for those confirmations. If we get the confirmations and then they fail to rally up, then you know where we're headed, like way further down. All right, and I will continue to update you guys on the lives about like how I'm seeing the market and what it's looking like it's shaping up to be. But also, if you get out there in the real world and just talk to people, whenever it seems like there's a squeeze in the economy, sometimes that's priced into the market already. But there's also times where it could be the indication that there is a much bigger drop that's coming in the market at large. Always pay attention to the data that comes out. The most important thing is inflation data. Anything that impacts the pockets of the people in the economy are going to be things that can lead to some sort of like bear market. We haven't had one in quite so well. Technically 2020. I want to say 2022 had like a short little bear market. But we haven't had a deep bear market since the pandemic. So we could be in store for one. The average one lasts about 9 months. So when we are in it, if you have if you've been putting money aside, this is when you make money hand over fist if you have the patience. All right. What else I want to see? You says consult with the realist. Consult with the realist over one of your 10 years so and make a PowerPoint presentation. Exactly. CJ, get it? Is it possible to get in a yearly if we're already in the Discord? Absolutely. So if you're already in the Discord, what you would need to do is just literally just go to WAP and get the yearly option, and it'll cancel it out for you, right? It'll see that, oh, this is the same person, and it'll cancel it out for you if you've already, because if I don't think there's anybody that has got in at the current price that has already gone through the full year. That's impossible. So it will take off 2 months no matter when you start. You see what I'm saying? So even if you've been in it, like it'll just start the year where you are, and then it'll take off. It'll take you to another full year from wherever you start, and like I said, those 2 months will be free. But yeah, listen, I'm gonna say this. I think that's the best option, and the reason I say that is because you're literally getting 2 months for free, but also a year of this is what you need. You need to be able to go through the cycles, right? If you look at the charts, things look a little different in the spring. They look a little different in the summer. They look a little different in the fall, right? There's different things that are happening in the political scene, right? There's always something that is changing. So I think a year of locking into the Prosperity Collective will give you like insight to all of that, right? So we've even had people. I don't know if we've shared this publicly yet, but there's people that want lifetime memberships. So that's something that we've been thinking about. We're like, damn, like people trying to rock for life. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what to charge for that. But it's a pleasure to know that people want to be around, right? That means we doing something right. AMD, I got you, Best Beezy. How you feeling over there, bro, man? Oh, tomorrow's your year anniversary. There you go. With the T. There we go. There we go. Hey, one of the girls on the cast with me last night, she from Pittsburgh. And she got an accent. I don't know her. I'm like, I ain't really know Pittsburgh had an accent, but when I listen to her talk, I'm like, yo, that joint kind of like, that Pittsburgh accent kind of different because it sounds a lot different than Philly. I know it's a little farther away from Philly, but it kind of got like a little, she kind of got like a little country twang in it too. I don't know. It was interesting. He says it possible to get, oh yeah, we already did that. Yeah. Facts. All right, we love to hear that, man. All right, let's do AMD real quick for the one time. Again, y'all, if y'all are just joining, man, welcome. Go back and watch this live and all other lives. Soak up the knowledge, apply it, become a better trader. All right. Every day here, 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern. Don't miss it. It may be a different time certain days, but it needs to be scheduled. It'll be scheduled, and you'll see. Yeah. So the double bottom is still intact, right? It's slightly like off. It's not the exact level, but this is still considered a double bottom. Down, up, neckline, down, up. We could blast off today or tomorrow. It's about 40 minutes left in the market. AMD got a tendency to like do some wild stuff, right? Like the other day it dropped like 2-3% in after hours, and it opened up the same way, and then it's still holding this gap right here. So yeah, I would just need to see it. If we see it push above previous days tomorrow, that would put it back into this fair value gap. So I would love to see it like, somewhere around 205, right? 205, and actually getting some volume in it. I would take calls on that. Swing it out to like a week or two. I would do that. And again, the level is already marked to the downside. Nothing's changed about that. 190.97. It take that out on a 2 hour, especially if we get like a 3-2, and it come on a 3-2 on a 2 hour and go straight through that 190.97. That thing gonna fall so hard. So yeah, AMD, you already know, best be like AMD, MRK. There's certain stocks that when they do break through these levels, they move so fast, and that's how you get those honey buns, right? So AMD is always going to set you up for a honey bun, but sometimes it'll hesitate a little bit to get to that level. So yeah, look at Amazon is already starting to do a little bit of what we thought. It's already up from when we talked about it, but it's an inside candle. I think Amazon's going to go tomorrow. I really do. I'm actually really strongly considering taking this before the day's over. I will let y'all know in the Prosperity Collective if I do decide to take it, but it's looking really good. So that's AMD. What else y'all want to see? UNH. Let's see. UNH. Tripping. Huge fair value gap up here. Whenever it breaks through this bearish order block, I like UNH above $300. So y'all write that down. As a matter of fact, set an alert for UNH above $300 for calls. If it can break above $300, 2 hour or daily and close, I like it. Again, in the group, we will update you specifically on the price action that's happening. But you definitely want to have an alert set for 300. Here's another thing that I do, y'all. If you are setting alerts, do yourself a favor and sometimes do like, I like to do like $1. I like to leave like a little dollar space, especially if it's a big move that's taking place. I like to set the alert about $1 because like I don't want the alert to go off like right when I'm supposed to be entering. I want it to alert me like an alarm clock, right? Like you don't set your alerts or alarm clock to be up when you gotta be somewhere. Like you set your alarm clock to give you time to get ready. So when you setting your alerts for these levels, give it a little bit of wiggle room. So if I give you a level, make it a little bit below that so that you know that you're preparing for it. And if you set the alert, I believe you can actually set an alert and like make a note. Just type like use like y'all, we got all this stuff here in this left pane to use. Like if you're not writing on your chart, like write on your charts. Be like, matter of fact, look, above 300 and write it in your voice too. Above 300, a go. You know what I mean? Dude, it's a go. Right? Above 300, a go. So that you know right where to get in. You know right where to, you know what I'm saying? You know right where you need to be taking entry. So set your levels a little sooner, write little notes to yourself. However, just like talk to yourself on the chart, get real comfortable with everything that's in here. Sometimes, you know what you can do? This is great advice. When you're on a choppy day, you would normally be in the market, like an hour or whatever, like when we on live. If you want a choppy day, if you don't have a whole lot of extra time outside of that time where you're listening to us, trade, take a moment and just go through everything. If this is your craft and this is something that you do, and I know a lot of y'all are probably doing it, but if you're not, this is something that you need to hear. Just go through this stuff. Like, just go look at. Sometimes just click on stuff and be like, oh, what's this? Oh, array. Okay, yeah, horizontal line. Yeah, all right. Like, just look. What is a regression trend? What's a parallel? Like, click it and just play with the stuff. These are your tools. This is your new home. Like, this is something that you gotta, like, just every day. If you can add one little thing to your understanding, you're just going to be so much more comfortable with all of this. So, play around in this, get familiar. Did y'all know about the scanner over here? Huh? I think I did a video about this a long time ago. This the stock screener, where you can literally, put in different filters and it will bring up all of that. So you can decide what a stock that has a certain dividend yield, and it'll only bring up those stocks. You can do a change, right? Above 30%, above 20%. This is going to show you all the stocks that made 30% or above, or 20% or more, or 10% or more for that day. So this is a way to search for an opportunity. What stocks in the stock market jumped 30% today? Because that's not normal. So that is creating an opportunity for me to be able to, like, all right, well, whatever direction it went, it's probably going to come in the opposite direction within the next couple of weeks. I can add this to my temporary watch list and make a quick bag, right? You can determine how much, revenue growth a company has. If you're looking for long-term opportunities, you might want to go here and see something that got, like 25 to 50% revenue growth based on their previous earnings, and be like, hold on, this might be an opportunity because their revenue is growing like this based on earnings, but they're still, priced at a low point. That can lead you on a deep dive into some other stocks that may be getting overlooked right now because of the things that are happening in the market with other stocks. So supply and demand, right? People are always going to gravitate towards the best opportunity in the moment, which can lead to opportunities that nobody's paying attention to, which is where a lot of the super experienced and smart investors make their money. So when you go and just take time and go look for stuff in here, you might see something and be like, hold up, this is underpriced. This is what I did for Enphase, right? I was looking at Enphase. I'm like, hold up, Enphase got great financials. They've been growing, and they got a clear direction for profitability. They've been growing year over year, even though they had some down years. They were resilient, recovered, and went on a run for just beating themselves every year in terms of growth. What it was at the time, the industry got some bad news, and they took it a little harsh. Sometimes the industry or the stock market behaves irrationally. So they got beat up during that time, and there were other better opportunities like Palantir and all this other stuff in other spaces. So people are spending their money where the opportunities are. But meanwhile, I'm putting money in Enphase. I'm getting Enphase, like leaps and stuff like that. And now we're seeing that Enphase is up $20 from where it was when I called it, and we still got 2 years left on the contract. So utilize all of this stuff, right? Get familiar. Go in here and just look at the financials, right? You can just this little box over here will show you the financials. It'll show you the previous earnings. You know what I mean? You come down here, you just go to more financials, right? It'll show you everything that you need to know, right? Just nerd out about this stuff. All right. That's what you do on gloomy days like this. When it's raining outside like it is, and matter of fact, the window down. It's, you know what I mean? Like, it's when it's raining, you know what I mean? You got cloudy skies. You know what I mean? The market chopping. This when you go ahead and get in your nerd bag and do your research. All right. What else y'all want to see? ADI and USAR. I like both of those. I was looking at USAR a little earlier actually. Let's look at USAR. I believe it's supposed to be coming down today. Yeah, but it came down. What's up now? But it looks like it came down today earlier. But oh yeah, we might have we might have a nice little situation on our hands in terms of like a reversal. If this closes like this could be a possible start to a bear flag situation. At least making a retracement up to this fair value gap. I like it. I like it off the fail 2D. I'm not going to take it again because in this particular juncture of the market, I don't really like anything that doesn't have a confirmation. So even though this is a failed 2D, it's not enough things, like it's not at an order block. It's not enough to be like, oh, that's definitely going to go tomorrow. Like it just came down to a level. So yeah, it could definitely reverse. But if we get a confirmation tomorrow, yeah, this could look really good. Or if there's something throughout the day that shows you, like I said, maybe on a 30-minute or the 2-hour, we get a 3-2. Then you can ride the momentum up because this could be a confirmation day, right? So if you're anticipating a confirmation day, watch for the signs of it being a confirmation day. So, but I'm not taking any entries on stuff that don't have at least 3 things saying it's going to go in a new direction, in this market, yo. All right, so I do like USAR, but let's see what it does tomorrow. ADI. What we got again, y'all? As y'all come in here, man, y'all go ahead and like it up. Doop, doop, doop. Right? That's the sound of a like for those who could you imagine coming into my live and you hearing me like doop? You like, yo, is he all right? What he on? He on some other what is he talking about? If y'all are new, man, like I'm not crazy. That's just the sound of a like. Well, at least in my mind. I've convinced myself that's what it sounds like when you hit the like button. It probably don't even really sound nothing like this. Probably just a click of the mouse. All right. ADI. Yeah, nice little reversal. Today's a flat day. Yeah, this could come down tomorrow. Again, no order block in sight. I just need a little bit more confirmation. I need to see this come down a little bit more. So if this opens up bullish tomorrow and then it decides to fail the upside and then come out and take out previous day lows, then this could definitely be in play for a retracement down to the top of this fair value gap. All right, so yeah, ADI looks good. Again, I will watch for a break of 339.86, which is previous day lows. But overall pretty flat on the day, which means a big move could be coming tomorrow, but we gotta be sure of the direction. So nothing quite there yet, but I do see the vision for whoever mentioned that. All right. You said, will you let us know about Amazon before the market closes? Sure. Yeah. If I decide to take it, I will definitely let you know. I'm actually getting ready to hop off in a second. I'll do PA. I'll do PA NW and I'll do AVGO and then I'll hop off. But yeah, definitely. I'll definitely let y'all know because like Amazon is looking pretty good. Okay, so PANW. Let's see it. Inside candle right at fair value. This is reversing off the order block. It does have an inside bar. But it's bearish though. I don't love it, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I'll draw a little trend line here. I'll draw the first side of a trend line. Just to kind of give it some structure. I like, it could be nice. It could be nice. It's not something I'd necessarily swing, but it does have this big gap right here. This huge fair value gap right here. So, yeah, I would watch this because again, we could get the okie doke and it could come. So just what I would advise you guys to do is just draw a trend line here. Starting from this order block, this this first wick, and just connect 2 wicks. That's all you gotta do to get a line, 2 points. And then you just this is what in math and science we call an assumption. So you're assuming that this is the speed line. This is the speed at which it's going to slope up. So we're assuming that um, if anything holds this, then it has the potential to go in a uptrend, right? So you draw that line. If it holds it tomorrow, depending on the price action, it might be something that's swingable, out into next week. We just got to see. But for right now, there's nothing telling me to get into it right here. Like I said, it's not a bad setup because it is right here off the order block. But sometimes, especially in this market, you could see some trickery. All right, so I'll wait till tomorrow on this one. Not a bad play at all. But again, I just need a little bit more confirmation, just based off of how flat today was. All right. And then AVGO. I've been liking AVGO, man. I've been liking it. Yeah, it's struggling to get above this level here. It didn't go crazy off of this bullish engulfing, right? When you see a bullish engulfing and then you get two major wicks down like that, it shows that it didn't do the job, right? Could it still be in play? Yes, because it's still holding, still making higher highs. But this could just be a result of the flatness of the day. So again, just like I know I sound like a broken record, but literally just like every other play today, we just got to wait until tomorrow to see, right? But you'll notice this, right? Sometimes I'm in here, I'm like, ooh, we got something. This is about to be a banger. And then sometimes I'm just like, yeah, nope. Understand why I'm being like, yeah, nope. You got to understand that, right? If y'all can understand why I'm saying that, like type me in the comments. Because I don't want y'all to think that I'm just like randomly just like, oh, no, I'm not taking that. It's just like, if it don't look good, I'm not getting it. That's like, I don't know, volunteering to eat some bullshit over some good shit. It says Amazon may get sued. News just out saying that they may get sued over suicides linked to toxic chemical bought online. Sherry, thank you for that news. Because with me considering getting into Amazon, like that is enough for me not to get in it. Because the beautiful thing about not taking a trade is that guess what? Nothing can impact you. Nothing. You feel me? If you just don't take it, like if especially if you're already kind of like, let me think about that. Thank you for sharing that because now I'm not going to take it. Anything that could throw that off, like it's not worth it because it wasn't a hell yeah from the get go. And when something's not a hell yeah, if there's just even one thing that supports it not being a go, you got to listen to that. So, 20 minutes left. We could catch something tomorrow. Again, I'm not going to throw y'all. I'm not going to feed y'all to the wolves. It ain't even necessary. Like, keep stacking paper. Keep showing up on a day that we're not supposed to trade. Just don't trade. Simple as that. All right, y'all get it? Y'all got it? Good. Again, y'all, if y'all just coming in here a little bit late, definitely rewind. Watch the watch the replay, soak up the knowledge. Share this, subscribe, like, join the group, man. Join the group. I'm gonna keep joining the group, right? TPC is going places, right? We are a year in and have gotten tremendous results. Again, the link is in the description of all my videos. If you're tired of doing this trading thing alone, I cannot stress enough that for what we're trying, I'm not even gonna say that. I think I said the price before, but I ain't gonna say the price. It's like it's a no-brainer. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a no-brainer by a long shot. There's nobody by a long shot that is given as much game and information as we are for the price and consistently. Okay, so if you've been trying to figure this out, like you're on my YouTube lives for a reason. You're trying to figure it out. If you can't catch a play on YouTube live for now, like sometimes there'll be trades on it, sometimes there won't be. But on the days when it's not, it's like you need that community to be able to rely on. Like we in the group all day long. If we see something, we're gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put it in the group. Okay. So if you want to be a part of that constant flow, right? You want to stack your dough. Oh no, see, y'all got me about to flow out here. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a part of that constant flow and you want to stack your dough and you tired of your money growing slow and you tired of all the people out there doing it for show and the money in your bank account, you want more. Come on, like you gotta get with the group. You gotta get with the group. TPC for life, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Listen. Oh, I didn't say this. If there's anything that I recommend on here or you think I'm recommending, just know that I don't really know what I'm talking about. Right? I'm not a financial advisor, which means that I can't give you financial advice. So if there's anything that I'm saying on here, it's for entertainment purposes only. All right? Do with that what you may. But if you do decide to get into something, make sure you're doing it with your own brain. You're using your own process, right? You're doing your own due diligence, doing your own research, and you're not taking it because some random guy, with locks on YouTube is telling you to take it. All right. Again, man, I appreciate y'all. I want to see y'all win. It's always love over here. Remember, invest smart, live free, and I see y'all in the next one. Hold up real quick. Hold on. He said I got cooked by Amazon on the weekly play from last week. Got me feeling very discouraged, but I know I gotta stick with this for fams. Exactly. Listen, First J, I don't know how long you've been here, but I lost $50,000. Right when I first started, I lost 50 grand. And you know why I lost it? Because I wasn't a part of a real community. Right? Use us, brother, sister, use us. We are in a time right now where like we are growing. I don't know if y'all noticed. And it may come a time where we may not be able to get around as quickly. If you have any questions, I'm not hard to reach. Comment. I will get back to everybody. Shoot me a DM. I got you. Whatever you need assistance on, I'm not going to try to upsell you into a program. I got you. Right? Like I said, I don't know how long we're going to be able to be this accessible, but you're here at the right time. And I believe that y'all will all call here for a reason because we ain't spent no money on advertising. So y'all found us. So if you struggling with anything, you know what I mean? Personally, here, whatever, we got a lot of wealth of knowledge and wisdom for you. So just, shoot the question on over. We'll get back to you. All right. We don't want nobody lagging. You know what I mean? Nobody going out sad. All right. You lost 100K in 2000. God damn, Sherry. Woo! You get it back? Did you get it back? I hope you got it back. I hope you got it back, Sherry. If not, we gonna get it back for you in TPC. You in good hands. Oh, you got it back. All right. Well, yeah. There we go. So you know the struggle. You know the struggle of losing money and then having to claw your way back. Hey, listen, you not all of it, so that means you're still on the journey. You will get it all back. All right, just stay locked in. We're gonna keep doing this and doing this and doing this. All right, I appreciate y'all. Again, we got a lock-in session, or not a lock-in session, but a study session later on tonight at 5:30 Eastern. So that'll be 8:30 y'all time. So y'all go ahead and lock in. All right. Hey, you feel me, Candy? But look, I'm about to get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Again, if y'all have any questions, feel free. All right, feel free. We got you. I'm about to get up out of here. Enjoy y'all Thursday, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.